This weekend, my colleague Brad Edwards is not here. He's in a different seat, one as a mourner. 20 years ago, a woman named Barbara Edwards boarded American Airlines Flight 77. We know how her story ended, like so many others that day. But we might never have known the rest of it except for one thing. Barbara was Brad's aunt and godmother. We asked him to share her story.
In the middle of Michigan farmland at Lakeview Cemetery, where there's no lake in view, there's a headstone with a date on it, 9/11/2001. Here lies Barbara Edwards with her parents.
There's Scotty and Omi, and your dad and me.
She died in a fireball.
This was the weekend before she passed away.
Despite what cliches tell you about the passage of time, it still burns.
It's just a big hole that's never even closed a little bit.
Barbara's son, Scott. His son, Scott Jr., the only grandson Barbara would know.
Do you remember her?
No.
No recall of Barbara's bear hugs and big kisses. Years earlier, same big hugs and kisses to another Edwards baby boy. That was me. Barbara Edwards was my godmother, my aunt.
I'm the only one left.
Here she was, my 1997 high school graduation.
So I got stuck in my stomach.
She was funny, sandwiched between me and my brother. Then I got busy. 4 years of college.
Just on the rest of the day.
Thank you.
That was the last time I ever saw her alive.
Bye.
A regret I never forget. It's morning in Dallas, Texas.
That's the cutest picture.
Home to the
Aww.
Scott Edwards family.
Does 9/11 play an active role in your life?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Barbara never met her now 16-year-old granddaughter,
What is your full name?
Anna Barbara Edwards.
Hannah Barbara Edwards.
Can we hold hands?
Yes.
Remembering Barbara.
A lot of energy and a lot of volume.
Loud.
Loud.
Barbara, a high school cheerleader with blue eyes as placid as the Lake Michigan water she loved. Barbara and my mom married 2 Edwards boys. They had 5 more Edwards boys. Her son Scott and I, the youngest of each family. Scott became a Marine.
Let's get out of here.
Then,
We had a mission that was going out that morning, and I just had to call the guys and say, hey, you guys shut down. All flights in the U.S. are canceled. You need to just get in here.
Pentagon just got hit.
Scott abruptly halted drills on 9/11/2001, and his brother called.
And he just said, matter-of-factly, like, Mom and the flags were on Flight 77 and they're all dead.
Barbara was flying home with family, friends, the flags on the Pentagon plane. Terror begot war. And the Marine son, who'd just lost his mom, left a new bride, a baby boy, and broken hearts to fight.
Losing her, and then he deployed shortly after. Now it's 10 years. Things are gonna get easier, and it's 20 years, and it feels just like yesterday, and it's hard.
Scott deployed 4 times post 9/11 on the ground here in Iraq and in the air, a Marine fighter pilot.
And we were flying from Kuwait over to Afghanistan in support of the ground troops that were there at the time.
And 20 years later, it's hell. Are you angry?
I am. I'm very angry. I lost some personal friends over there. I have a friend who's flying in and out of there, getting people out.
Well, what does he say to you?
He just says it's a complete.
Use the exact words.
It's a show.
When those 13 People were killed the other day. I lost it. I can't stop feeling sad. I feel like there's nothing I can do. And I'm angry. I feel like I'm reliving 20 years ago.
20 years ago, Barbara was flying home to Las Vegas,
Tragedy struck our school.
where she taught at Palo Verde High School. They memorialized her grandly
Present! Arms!
and annually.
And I want our kids to see what an impact she has had, like, on that school.
Here we are,
For the first time, we,
20 years.
the Edwards, came to thank a place that embodies not forgetting. Like New York, where she's by the flags, her travel companions.
Buddy Flagg is who to you?
It was my mentor.
The reason he became a pilot.
Pentagon just got hit.
Buddy Flagg was a passenger on 9/11 on American Airlines Flight 77, but he was also a retired American Airlines pilot, a Vietnam vet, and a retired rear admiral in the Navy.
You knowing Buddy Flagg, would he have let that plane be taken over by terrorists without putting up a fight?
Not in a million years. I believe that he was fighting for the airplane. The specific point that they crashed in the Pentagon was a place near where Buddy's office was. That would have been the place that would have caused the minimal amount of loss of life. Now I'm a pilot at FedEx.
Scott's still delivering now when we need him in a pandemic, still serving
20 years. I haven't seen my mom in 20 years.
in the home where 9/11 never ends.
The reason why my dad was gone so many times, when I was little on deployments. And then obviously, having one less grandmother is tough.
Barbara isn't just a small box of earth and ashes in Hopkins, Michigan, where our families had cottages
What are you doing, bud?
next to each other growing up.
Look at his face with her.
Be it the blonde hair,
That's the coolest picture.
the blue eyes,
I see so much of her in Anna.
It's just like hearing like your favorite celebrity. You tell a little boy that you remind him just like of Spider-Man. Like that would mean the world to him. It feels the same way.
About being compared to Barb.
This is our last visit with her.
There is one thing, though, that Anna Barbara Edwards misses.
I mean, I just always wish she could come. And that, like I had.
She misses it all. 20 years later, not everything laid to rest does so in peace. Brad Edwards, CBS 2 News.